Hey, earlier today, me and my friend who's a producer cooked up this beat. He basically made like the sample, then I like flipped it and done the effects and mixed it and whatever. And I just sent it to my laptop, done a little tweaking, and I thought it'd be nice to just show you in a video. So yeah, sit back, relax, grab your fridgie, and let's break it down. So I'll just play you a little preview so you know what you're in for. Yeah, you get a point. So yeah, what do you think? Do you like it? But yeah, I'm gonna break it down for you basically. I'll show you as much of the original sample as I can. I don't have it because my producer friend uses Serum. I'll leave all of his links at the top of the description, by the way, so go check him out. But he uses Serum. I don't have Serum, so it just comes up as failed to load. Let me show you it. Failed to load. So I'm gonna try and show you as much of it originally as possible, but I don't know if I can show absolutely everything. I've got the notes and everything here. So basically, this is our main pluck here. I really like this, so I just kind of kept it the same. So yeah, I kept it pretty much the same, and basically I just chopped it up. I chopped it up in this bit, but yeah, first I added some effects to it. So it didn't sound like that initially. So I think this is actually the original one, but I'll take it off the channel. So it sounded like, that's so loud. So yeah, this is what the original sound sounded like, and basically what I did is I got an EQ and I went and absolutely just squashed that, got rid of the high and low end. But like I said, I'm not sure. Basically where the power comes in is the chop. So I chopped it up and took out bits and reversed them. So it's like this. And I reversed it going in, so like into the next bit, and then I also chopped this into it so it hits and reverses. And what I did is I cloned the whole thing and I put it up an octave to layer. It just sounds a little nicer. It just fills up the higher frequencies that I cut. The next thing that I did was I found this drum break from samplet.io and I like chopped it up. So it's more of like a texture, and it's on channel 10. So the effects on it, we've got just an EQ cutting out a lot of the high end and the low end, because I wanted to layer a kick. But if there's like a kick and the bass, it'd all get a bit muddy. So I cut out the bass of this kick here. So when I add my kick, it's not bad. There's obviously a snare hit here, so I've had to turn down the thing. I could turn down where the snare hits, but I kind of like it, so I kept it how it is. And then I also added a saturation knob to give it a little flavor, a little spice, as well as that I also added a little reverb to kind of put it in the background a bit, but the wet is very low, as you can see here, but it still does the trick. I kind of like it, so yeah, cool. And then what I also did is I layered my own drums on. So I got this this like little tambourine here. So we just got literally a basic tambourine alternating in velocity. I usually do stuff in patterns, but I just wanted to try and do it on the door, and cool. But yeah, so also here I've got a kick, so it should go. And it's just nice, it's kind of punchy. On the kick, it's just a peak controller, and I'll get into that in a minute. So yeah, we've got that, and then a snare as well, so just a snare to give it some nice hit, and those drums sound clean just on their own, like woo! As well as that, I got this other drum loop, this drum break, and I laid it on top. Pretty quiet, you can't really hear it that well, but that's kind of the point. It's kind of like a texture, so if you listen, just to kind of fill up that space. And this has literally just got an EQ on it, cutting out a lot of the frequencies that it doesn't need. So yeah, that's that. And then recently I just added this hi-hat, but I think I might make this hi-hat a little more interesting. So how I would do that, well, how I'm going to do that, where the fuck is the hi-hat? Just add some little hi-hat rolls. So we're gonna just cut it like, yeah, I don't want it too complex, but I don't want it too like bland. So I've also randomized the velocities to give it a little more swing as well. So yeah, we just got that playing, and the killer of it all is this bass. So this bass is actually from a kit called the Ice Kit. This is like an iconic bass of my other producer friend, who I'll leave in the description as well. And yeah, so I used it on this, and what I did is I put a saturation knob and I automated this little saturation thing, and it created like this interesting effect if you listen. Can you see every time it goes up? So I just thought that was kind of cool sounding. Yeah, so without that effect, it's just... But with it, it kind of like... feels like it's like pulsating almost. I just thought that was kind of interesting. So yeah, altogether, it sounds like... I don't want it to be like too crazy. I want it to be like good enough for like an artist to get on, but I don't want it to like take over the whole song. So yeah, that's what it's sounding like. Hard, crazy. And for the intro, we've got another element of it, and it's the violin. Now the violin looks like this in the piano roll, and what I'll actually do for you is I'll put it into a different violin so you can kind of hear it without. So that was kind of like what the original violin sounded like, but then I fucked it up, basically. So I try and figure out what I did. I'm gonna try and reverse do it. I added a vintage chorus to this 100% before I consolidated it. So I used the vintage chorus and then the crystal twister preset. It's like crystal something, and then I turned down the mix, and then I exported it. But I know I reversed it. Oh yeah, and I also half-timed it, that's why it sounds completely different. So I half-timed and reversed it, and then I chopped it up. Because I reversed it, I wanted the chord progression to stay the same. So I chopped it up into these little blobs, and I went like this. So I chopped it up, and then I put one here, and then one here, and I did that just to keep the same chord progression. So then it sounded like this. And I also did this smooth bleeding because without it, it's very clicky. And it sounds a little too abrupt with it changing. I wanted it to kind of like blend into each other. And then there's also this piano, which I pretty much kept how it is. And it's just playing two of the same notes right on top of each other for some dissonance. And... oh no, I didn't. I changed it a lot actually. What I did is I added this plugin called Delay. It's a free plugin, and I used the preset Raptor, and then I just changed it a bit. I got rid of all of the dry and just kept the wet and just kept the extension of it. So it's kind of like a. And then you see the mode. It says reverse forward. So the only delay is reversing forward, and that's what I did. So it created this. Just this really awful sound, but I wanted it to fit the dark kind of thing. And then we've got this sound called Beppo. I can't even remember what this was. I think it was like a sequencer thing. I can't wait, so I'll unreverse it and unpitch it. So yeah, this was the original sound. I thought it sounded a lot like Subnautica. That's irrelevant. But I added an EQ to cut the bass. As I do in most sounds, a saturation up. Well, that's what I added after. Initially, I pitched it down, I reversed it, and I added a fruity love filter with the love filter, and I clicked this preset, the one of the basic sequences, and that was literally it. So if we listen to it now, it sounds like, so it's just really like. that's about it. Yeah, let me know what you think. Yeah, let me know what you think. What could I improve? What did you like about it? I don't know if it's done yet. I don't know if there's anything more I want to do with it. But yeah, if you liked it, if you did, like and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Peace. Wait, let me do that in full zoom. 1 sec. Peace.